All right, I'm going to make this little video just to talk to you about how I introduce this project. And I don't have a webcam on right now because my hair looks like I came out of a Dr. Seuss book. So, anyway, these are the slides I use, and I have my slides and I pick and choose through them over the years and add stuff and take stuff. And you might get to like a slide like this and go, why did she put that slide in there? What is the use of that picture? Well, this is my opportunity to show you and tell you, and maybe you can use it, or you can kind of teach this how you want to. But anyway, this is how I would introduce it. Tell the kids that we've been working with oil pastels and understanding how to use them, and they can be used to make really beautiful drawings that actually end up looking like paintings because the oil pastels are so wonderfully rich. We've been doing these techniques, we've been getting better, so it's almost time to start a project. We're going to start a mini project, and that mini project is the fruit drawing. And today we will learn our last oil pastel techniques that will prepare them specifically for this project. So, and then this is where I talk about where this guy comes in. So this is where I would say, when we think of artists, sometimes we think of them sitting outside and painting a scene in front of them, and they're really great, and they do their little canvas and they have their little setup of their paint palette like that. Now, what do you guys think? Is this a good paint palette or is this a bad paint palette? And you see what they say, and they may say like, oh, it's bad, it's dirty, it's whatever. But actually, it's a really, really good paint palette because you can see them mixing a lot of, like hundreds of different colors, which is key. That's actually really important because when an artist is working like this, that's like their main goal. The way they're able to capture a scene that they're seeing and to capture it correctly and realistically is because they are matching all of the colors that they see. That's why this city scene looks really realistic. It looks like a true city, like a little village. The plants look really realistic. The shading looks really realistic because that person is color matching everything they see. So, we've talked all year long about telling our brains to be quiet, and you have to do the same thing when it comes to working with the color and doing this upcoming fruit project. Again, example, our artist here is painting this scene in front of him, and whoever this is, we'll call him Joe. Joe has to tell his brain to be quiet because Joe's brain probably looks at the water and goes, oh, water, it's blue, water's blue. But if you really look at this water, it's really not blue. There's a lot more complexity going on. He might look at the trees and go, oh, I know trees are green, but look at the different greens and look at the different colors. These are not green leaves here at all. The reason why they're doing a good job and actually painting something more realistically is, again, because they are color matching every little bitty color that they see in front of them, which is what you guys will have to do for your fruit project. So again, a paint palette like this is really good because you're always mixing all your different colors that you're seeing. And when you get a picture of whatever fruit it is that you get, like this apple, you have to tell your brain to be quiet because your brain will want to take over and go, oh, I know an apple, it's red and the leaf is green and the stem is brown. But you're going to end up with something looking so flat and so kindergarten. And that's not the point of what we're doing. We are becoming artists and we are understanding how to use color a lot better to capture something more realistically. Okay, so as you can see, somebody is really taking their time to color match every little bit of the apple so it looks more realistic. Okay, here are some more examples. And again, look at these oil pastel drawings. The oil pastels are really great for color mixing, for color matching, and they end up looking really beautiful and rich. And these are Westmont student examples. These are great. Okay. And all right, so these are some of the examples that I'll show you how to do the backgrounds in the future. What's basically going to happen today is eventually I'm going to come around with a little basket of these pictures of fruit, and you'll get to choose the one that you want to do. You'll eventually draw it, transfer it, and start color matching it, okay? And that'll be it. And then we'll move on to color matching. Just so you know, I have lots of these pictures of fruit, and I could share them with you. Actually, they probably already are shared with you. When you need to print something in color, if you don't have a color printer, you can actually do it through the office. You can send it to Lynn. You can print it yourself if you're friends with ladies in the office. Or just ask. And you can even ask Lynn to laminate these for you. I like to laminate them, or I've even taken the time to just take clear plastic tape and like packing tape and just cover them so that they don't get all bent and dirty and everything. But that's pretty much how I introduce that project. So there you go.